Today, we will cover oxalate dumping, and we're going to talk a little bit about exercise as well. All right, so let's get right into it. So oxalate dumping, if you've never heard of it before, I'll kind of go a little bit into what it is. So it's a reaction that some people experience when they stop eating fruits and vegetables. Now, it may or may not happen to you, so I don't want you to be worried about this. If it's not happening to you, then it's totally fine. Then you can just know this information, but just kind of scoot it off to the side. You don't need to be worried about it. I just want you to know about it if you are experiencing it, so you don't freak out or think that something is wrong. What are oxalates? So oxalates are anti-nutrients, which are in plants. So a lot of plants have anti-nutrients. It's their defense mechanism against being eaten. So animals can run away or they can fight off an attacker if they don't want to be eaten. Plants can't do that, right? They can't run away. They're rooted in the ground. So what plants do to deter animals from eating them is they have anti-nutrients. So they have substances within them that are hard on the body to digest, and they hope to discourage animals from eating them in the future. So that is what oxalates are. They are found in a lot of different fruits and vegetables, a lot of different plant foods. And what happens is that they form crystals in our body. So they crystallize within the body, and they can be deposited sometimes into our joints. So it's considered sort of a toxin to the body. So the body will take it in as that crystal, and then it's like, what do I do with this? So it'll just store it away in the joints until I can deal with it later. Also, if you may have heard of oxalate stones as being part of kidney stones. So it's really common for kidney stones to be filled or to be composed of oxalates. So if you've ever had a kidney stone and your doctors maybe told you to be careful about eating, too much protein or things like that, you should actually be worried about eating too many fruits and vegetables, because that can contribute a lot more to kidney stones than eating too much protein even, because the kidney stones are literally made up of these oxalates. So what happens? So the oxalates are coming in. They're not very good for the body. So the body's just storing them away, putting them in the joints, depositing them in the kidneys, things like that. So then when you stop eating the oxalates, so if you're eating them every single day, it's just this onslaught of bad substances, kind of poison for your body. It's coming in. So the body's just shuttling it away. Doesn't have time to deal with it. So when we go carnivore and we stop eating the oxalates, we stop adding fuel to that fire, then your body is like, oh, okay, now I can relax and we can get rid of these oxalates that we didn't have time to deal with before. Now we can deal with it. So that's when you get oxalate dumping. On their way out, though, the oxalates can be a little painful. So it's a good thing that your body is oxalate dumping. We want to get these oxalates out so they don't end up causing long-term damage to our joints or to our kidneys by forming things like stones in there. But it's going to be a little painful on the way out. That's just the way it is. Just sometimes when you're healing your body, when you're going through some detox reactions, you just got to work through it sometimes. So common symptoms of oxalate dumping are rash. You can have skin rashes, joint pain, fatigue, and GI disturbance, because the oxalate crystals, as they're moving through your GI tract, they can also cause a leaky gut. So this is another way where even vegetables, fruits and vegetables, can contribute to a leaky gut, which we know from the previous video that also can lead to autoimmune disease. A lot of people come to carnivore for all these different reasons: to heal their skin, to heal joint pain, to get rid of fatigue, to heal their gut, right? And these are all the symptoms of oxalate dumping. So again, I don't want you to freak out. If you're having some of these symptoms right in the beginning, it's probably just this detox reaction of you oxalate dumping. It's okay if sometimes maybe your symptoms get a little bit worse before they get better. It's all a sign that your body knows what it's doing. Your body is dumping those oxalates and getting them out of your system. If you can hold on and stay through that transitionary phase, you will be so much healthier on the other side. You'll feel so much better on the other side because of it. So hold tight through the oxalate dumping. I promise it will get better. Just trust that your body knows what it's doing. Your body is healing, and that'll help to get you through that phase. Okay, any questions about oxalate dumping, feel free to put them in the comments. Let me know. Have you experienced it before? Maybe if you've started carnivore in the past, you experienced some of these symptoms, didn't know what it was, so you stopped. Now you know. You just got to keep going. You got to get through that transition to get to the other side so much healthier. All right, let's chat a bit about exercise on the carnivore diet. So as your body is making this big shift to a new way of eating, it's important to be gentle with your body. Again, you might be experiencing keto flu, maybe some oxalate dumping. Things are happening in your body. Your body is going through a big transition. So I don't want you to be super concerned about exercise right in the beginning. It is okay to take a little bit of a break from exercise as your body is going through this transition. This is one of the reasons why in my 30-day program, I don't even introduce the exercise program until week 2. We give your body at least a week to just transition, to get used to all of these changes that are happening, and then we can start to add more movement into your body. So if you're experiencing keto flu, diarrhea, oxalate dumping, anything like that, don't worry about getting super high intensity exercise in. Just going for a 30-minute walk every day is enough. That's totally fine. And especially, guys, that's one of the great things about carnivore is you really, even long term, even once you're through the transition, you don't need a ton of exercise to maintain a really healthy body composition. That's one of my favorite things about it. I keep my muscle mass, my fat stores are low, my metabolism is good just from eating this species appropriate human diet. So you can literally just do whatever's fun for you. Go on a hike with your dog. Play with your kids in the living room. Just do things that keep your body moving. Of course, we want to keep moving every day because movement is very important, but it doesn't have to be this, oh, I have to go to the gym. I have to go spend 2 hours lifting weights just to meet my goal. It doesn't have to be something like that. If you are someone who wants more guidance with exercise, I definitely encourage you to hop into my 30-day program. Again, I've got it all mapped out for you. It's got a whole month-long calendar of suggested workouts. There's workout videos in there, PDF printout of workouts you can take to the gym. So if you want to just take all the guesswork out of it, I've done it for you. Okay, I've taken care of that. I've been a personal trainer for, 7 years or something now. So you get my expertise in there as a personal trainer as well, guiding you through that exercise program. And I'm a yoga instructor, so there's that in there too. So you get access to all of that stuff if you don't want to think about it. But again, I just don't want you to freak out about needing to get your exercise in, especially when you're transitioning. It's okay. Just go for a walk. Do something that is fun. Whatever you're going to enjoy, that's what really matters. That's what really counts. So yeah, you want to stick with that. Okay, I have another announcement. I'm super excited about this, friends. So when I first created the 30-day carnivore program, my initial plan was to just do the 30-day carnivore program, start with that. And eventually I wanted to lead it into a 60-day program that I was going to call Nose to Tail, where we kind of cover everything of healthy living. So it would be carnivore diet, exercise, also what you put on your skin and what you're using to clean your house with is just as important as what you are putting in your body, is what you are eating. So I really wanted this second program to encompass all of those things. But sometimes it can be a little difficult to transition your whole entire household, right? To cleaning products, clean beauty, clean face wash, shampoo, all of those things, right? I know it can be a little overwhelming. But I've just found, so my plan was to make the 60-day program where I was going to, outline all of these things. Here's this company for laundry. Here's this company for cleaning products. Here's how to make your own. Here's these essential oils, all of this stuff, right? We have to put it all together. So that's why it's going to be a whole 60-day program because it takes a while to transition your whole household and to do all of those things. Well, I'm so stoked. I've just recently found a company that I can just partner with that is literally like an Amazon store for non-toxic products. What? I know. I didn't even know it existed until recently someone turned me on to it because I was, telling them about all of these different things that I was trying to do for my household when we can just get it from this one company that has all non-toxic cleaning products. They're all very clean. They have makeup, skincare, hair care, all of these things. You can literally just go to this website and order all the things. So I'm going to all I have to do now is just create a module in the 30-day program that will introduce all of this website to you and the company and how you can transition your whole household. You can literally transition your whole household's cleaning products for $120. You get everything. You get laundry, cleaning stuff, bathroom cleaning, like all the things. It's amazing. So I'm super stoked for that. I'm going to create a module, put it into the 30-day program. If you've been looking for something like this, if you've been wanting to transition your household and you're like, Brittany, I can't wait for the module to be created because I'm going to put a lot of research and stuff in there, telling you like why you need to transition. If you already know why and you don't even really care about the science, then just send me a message, send me a DM, and I can show you how to get set up with this website. You get your own logins. You can go in and order all these things anytime you want. So let me know and we can just hop on a call and I will show you all of those things. Or stay tuned for the module that's going to be in my 30-day program now. So I'm super stoked on that. It's a game changer, my friends. Once you start changing what you're putting in your body, also what you're putting on your body, what you're cleaning your house with, I mean, it will change every aspect of your health. It is so, so important. Okay, let's get into the questions. So the FAQs from today. We're just cruising through today's video. If you have questions, pop them in the comments. Let me know. So FAQs that I got from yesterday. Someone asked thoughts on turkey and ham or like deli meats. I think deli meats are fine. You just got to check the ingredients. Some of them will have some different additives and things like that in there. So as long as it's just, the meat, maybe like some salt or something in there, you just want to make sure that there's not a bunch of extra ingredients. If the ingredients list is getting really long, then it's not a good deli meat. You want the purest form of deli meat, then it's totally fine. I also really love like salami. Salami and cheese makes a great carnivore snack. I just had some before I hopped on this video for like a little breakfast snack because I hadn't eaten anything yet today. So I love salami and cheese for a good snack. So deli meat can be a great way to do that as well, and it's super easy, convenient to bring with you. Okay, someone asked about hair loss. She's seen it in some other groups, people talking about hair loss going on. So the thing with hair loss, it's kind of a multifaceted issue. So your body, when it's stressed out, will start to lose its hair. So if you had any sort of stressors in your life or anything, that can cause hair loss. And the thing with that, though, is that it won't show up for 2 or 3 months later. So if you had a big stressful event today, your hair loss won't show up until 2 or 3 months later. So that's where it can be kind of hard to figure out what is going on exactly with it, because you got to go back a few months to figure out why you're losing your hair now. So that's one reason. It can just be due to stress. So if you get rid of that stressor, then your hair can start to come back. It can also be due to thyroid. So thyroid and hormones will affect it a lot as well. So things like PCOS, which is a hormone imbalance. It's also a blood sugar imbalance. So going on carnivore will help with that, will help to balance your hormones. Also switching to non-toxic cleaning products, huge for your hormones. So if you're looking to heal any sort of hormone things, send me a DM about this company that you can get all these non-toxic cleaning products from. So PCOS and thyroid are 2 big ones for hair loss as well. So if you're not really sure if you have any sort of thyroid condition, if you haven't been to the doctor in a while or anything like that, one thing you can do just to support your thyroid health is just start taking ancestral supplements, beef thyroid. So they have a thyroid supplement. Again, the way that it goes with eating organ meats is like supports like. So if you're eating thyroid, you're consuming thyroid or taking it in capsule form, really easy. Then you are giving your body the exact building blocks it needs to heal that organ. So that can be one place you can start. You can also, go to your doctor, have your thyroid levels checked as well. So that can be a big part of it. Also important is to get plenty of collagen and egg yolks. Egg yolks have a lot of biotin in them, which is really the nutrient that prenatals get all their glory for, because everyone says prenatals are so good for your skin, your hair, and your nails, and it's because of the biotin that's in there. So you can get those from egg yolks, making sure you're getting plenty of collagen. Eating, if you can eat sort of the tougher parts of meat, the like tendons and things like that, that's where a lot of the collagen is. Then also drinking bone broth. All of those things can help. So try that out and let me know how it goes. Someone else was asking, they just got started and they were having some nausea and some headaches. So for that, first of all, make sure you're up on your electrolytes. So getting that 2 2/3 teaspoon of salt in will make a huge, huge difference. And again, it could just be part of those symptoms of oxalate dumping. So give it a little while longer and see if that helps once you get through that transition phase. Okay, someone asked, is there such a thing as too much bone broth? And is bone broth interchangeable with beef broth? So no such thing as too much bone broth. You could drink it like water, drink it all day if you want to, just keep sipping on it. You can have as much bone broth as you want to. It's not the same as beef broth though. If you're just getting like beef broth or like beef bouillon cubes or anything like that from the store, not the same thing. Bone broth specifically has a ton of collagen in it. So a lot of collagen, a lot of different minerals and things like that. Also with just store-bought broths, you have to be really careful. There's a lot of extra crappy ingredients in there. A lot of them have MSG, which is so bad for you. It's monosodium glutamate. It's a neurotoxin. It's literally toxic for your brain. Very widely known to cause migraines. I personally get migraines from it where I go blind in one eye, half my face goes numb, half my arm goes numb. I'm super nauseous, pounding headache for a while. I mean, it is crazy. So you definitely want to avoid MSG. Even if you don't get those symptoms, you still want to avoid it because it's still a neurotoxin. Even if you're not feeling the effects of it, it is still affecting your body, right? We don't want to have poison in moderation. So it's not like you can just have MSG in moderation. That's not what we're after. So I would avoid the store-bought, beef broths and things like that are the things that are coming from the little cubes. A lot of times they're just full of a bunch of crap. Just do bone broth instead. Much better for you. Okay, last question. Concern with too much cholesterol on carnivore. So just asking, should we be concerned with consuming, too much cholesterol levels on carnivore? So short answer is no. There's a lot of new information that is coming out about cholesterol, that it is not the devil that we once thought it was. It's not that bad for us. It's actually protective. Having higher cholesterol levels is protective for your brain. It's protective against Alzheimer's and dementia. There's also a lot out there about particle sizes of cholesterol. So if your doctor is just measuring your overall cholesterol number, but they're not looking at particle sizes, they're doing you a disservice. They're not looking at the whole picture. Large cholesterol particles they're not bad, whereas small, dense particles of cholesterol, those ones may be more damaging. But the thing is, if you're just looking at the number, you don't know if that is large particles or small particles. So if it's a high number, but it's all large particles, you're fine. So there's a ton of info out there on that, lots of podcasts and things, and we can cover that more in depth. I go over it more in the 30-day program as well, but short answer is don't be too worried about cholesterol. More and more research is coming out, and we are finding out that cholesterol is really not that bad. Don't mind Talus with the squeaky toy in the back. And then on top of that question, she asked, she's been eating 2 eggs and 2 slices of bacon for breakfast every day. Is that okay? Totally fine. Again, don't be too worried about eating too much cholesterol. You're good. Cholesterol is so important to you. It's a precursor for hormones. So if you want to balance your hormones, you got to eat fat, you got to eat cholesterol. It's also a precursor for vitamin D. That's how you make vitamin D in your skin, is by having cholesterol in there. So we want to make sure that our hormones are staying balanced. We're getting our vitamin D levels up. We need to have that cholesterol in our bodies. So don't worry about eating too much. Okay, that was all the FAQ questions I had. Tomorrow, we're back to our same time, so 11 a.m. Central. Tomorrow, it's the last day of the challenge. Let me know how you guys have been doing so far. Tomorrow, we will talk about eating in moderation, intuitive eating, and how to live more carnivore-ish. So if you don't want to be 100% strict carnivore forever, you don't have to. I'm going to go over a little bit about how I eat carnivore-ish, how I guide my clients through that. And yeah, that's mainly the main thing we're covering tomorrow. So drop a comment. Let me know what your takeaway was from today. What did you learn? If you have questions about switching your household over to non-toxic products, send me a message if you can't wait for that module to be produced. And I will see you guys here tomorrow.